possible, all the things we've accomplished without the great people helping us out. And so let me just introduce to you, and I'm going to introduce them one at a time. They can stand, and then we could give them a round of applause after they're all standing. I'd really appreciate that. Our Vice President is Kathy Wennick. Our Secretary Clerk is Jane Kinsella. If you could stand, please. Our Treasurer is Al Dawson. Celia Hyde represents North End Boulevard. Joe Weckelo from Atlantic Ave. If you guys could all stand, just stand and remain standing. Mike P., you're out there. Bob White from Atlantic Ave. Dan Kinsella from Central Ave. Johnny Seil from Central Ave. Georgette Smith from Cable Ave. A newcomer to our committee is going to be Dan Paralisi. He'll be joining us. Dan Wolfall from 11th and 12th Street area. We also have advisors Chuck Takesian, Denise Brown, Diane Weckelo, Phil Smith, and of course Dale McDonough. If you guys could all stand, please. They're all standing out back. We're always looking for more people to join us, to become members of the committee, to become advisors and help us out, because we anticipate many more tasks and jobs and things that we're going to try and do into the future. So what's been happening? Well, Salisbury Beach Citizens for Change, the committee that we just mentioned, we've met 8 times during this past year. We meet regularly. We continue with dialogue with the state and town officials, our state senators and congressmen. Also, we meet with the people from the Department of Conservation, selectmen. We go to selectmen's meetings. We've had some meetings with the town manager, the DPW director. So we try to continue open dialogue and communication with all of these groups. Also, Merrimack River Beach Alliance. I attend those meetings regularly, once a month. And I've attended some FEMA meetings and workshops in reference to the flood insurance, a situation that is somewhat traumatic for us, that we're still working through. So we're attending, we're active, we're accomplishing things. It's important that you remember that we're recognized as the 40% group. 40%, because 40% of the taxes to the town come from Salisbury Beach. 40% from 1 square mile of beach. I've been around, and about a few weeks ago I got to go to Home Depot and somebody saw me there and said, hey, you're part of that 40% group. So people are kind of recognizing us as that 40% group. Never forget 40%. That's sort of our new slogan. Because too many people in the town and some in the state forget that Salisbury Beach pays 40% of our taxes go to the town. 40% come from Salisbury Beach. So we're sort of fighting the good fight, and the Salisbury Beach Citizens for Change is here for the long term and are committed to improving the quality of life at Salisbury Beach. Some of the graphs and charts we're going to show you, you're familiar with. There's 1 square mile in an 18 square mile town. Salisbury Beach is 18 square miles, Salisbury Beach is 1 square mile. There you might see where you're located out there. Chuck, do you see where you are in that tax map? All right, you see where your properties are? Everybody can see where you might be located, and this comes right from the Town of Salisbury Tax Assessor's Office. It gives you a good idea of where your properties are. Again, 1 square mile of town, 1 square mile, paying 40% of the taxes. You can see the assessed values there. And then this shows that we pay this in 2014. It's anticipated that out of the $16 million in taxes coming to the town, Salisbury Beach will be paying over $6 million in taxes, or 40%. Unfortunately, some people don't believe this. It's simply facts. You can't fudge the facts here. That's what we pay. And what we're trying to make sure is that we get something back for this 40%. And we're fighting for different issues and different things. The graph at the bottom here shows the increase in taxes. And since 2008, it's increased 34%. 34%. Your taxes have gone up. Now I know some values have gone down, so it doesn't show too much of an increase maybe in your tax bill, but when the property values are starting to come back now, you'll see your taxes increasing. Again, if we're going to be paying these kinds of taxes, we need to make sure that we are getting services for the taxes that we pay. So what we're going to do right here is just take a moment as we're waiting for Senator Rives to get here. And as I said, we've got a lot of raffles, a lot of gifts to give out. And so what we're going to do here, if I could get my team up here.
I take bribes.
And Bob White, do you have that list of some of our special guests out there? I'd really appreciate that. So again, we want to remind you folks to never forget 40%. So important that you remember what we pay into the town of Salisbury. Okay, so we're going to start off with some raffles here, and we've got some people here to help us distribute these. So if your name is called, you need to raise your hand, and we're going to run out there and give you the gift that you've won, okay? Are we ready for this? Dale? Okay, here we go. Okay, so $25 gift certificate to our famous Hungry Traveler restaurant. Arvin San Germano. Raise your hand, stand up so we can see you. Next, we have a $30 Apple Press Farms Pick Your Own Apples. $30 gift certificate to Claude Marquis. Way up back there. So next we have a gift from Linda's Alpha and Omega Salon, a shampoo and conditioner gift, plus includes also a $20 gift at a boutique, and a certificate, a gift certificate at a boutique, and also, and and we're including our new mugs, Salisbury Beach Citizens for Change, which say, never forget 40%. And the winner goes to Brian Camfruli. I can't pronounce it. Brian?
90 Beach Road.
Right out back. You want to take that all right there? Great. Okay, next we have a $25 gift certificate to the Old Salt. And that's going to Paul Pelletier. We have a $10 gift certificate to Nico's Place, plus $1 scratch tickets, and a mug.
Okay.
Sure. And then never forget, 40% mug. And this package gift goes to Amin Nabhan. Amin. Way up back. We could use some more people helping give out these gifts. We're going to move quickly here. Okay, next we have, donated by our very own Denise Brown, 3 pounds of lint truffles. Where is that gift, by the way? Yeah, it weighs like, it feels like it weighs 10 pounds. Take that back, show that back. Take it out, show it. 3 pounds of lint truffles. And that goes to Pam Goodwin. Pam. Way up back there. Next, we have a Bath and Body Works gift set. And that goes to Mike Wahlberg. Where's Mike? Yeah, after he picks up all that trash. By the way, this is Mike Wahlberg, who's our trash collector. We're going to get you out there, Mike. Wahlberg Disposal lives here in Salisbury, and we thank Mike. For those of you who use Mike, he does a lot of extra things for us, and we're really thankful that we have him And actually, he's donated 3 free months that will be given away a little later. So, also we have Beach Bum Trading Company hooded sweatshirt, size large, from the Beach Bum Trading Company down at the Oceanfront South, right? And that goes to Sally San Germano. All right. And next we have a $25 gift certificate to the Dolphin Bar and Grill at the end of Oceanfront South, and that goes to Barbara Grondine. Barbara Grondine, way up back. Can somebody deliver that gift to her way up back? And next we have 4 $5 scratch tickets plus a 40, never forget, 40% mug. And that goes to James Jimmy Jajuga. Where are you, Jim? Way up back. Bring that up to Jim. And so, and Bob, you've got that list for me, right, Bob White? Bob White, you've got that guest list for me? Next we have from the Carousel Lounge an extra large t-shirt plus a $10 Dunkin' Donuts gift card plus a never forget 40% mug. And that goes to Peggy Levesque. Peggy, right out back there. And we have a wash, cut, and style from Pat Stewart at Linda's Alpha Omega Salon. Dale said, you don't want to, I wanted to just offer this to just the ladies. She said, no, some of the guys, you know. That's why I get my hair cut. One hair, right there. Okay. And that goes to Pearl Conti. Pearl. Where's Pearl? Right there. All right. Good. Wash, cut, and style from Pat Stewart. We have a $25 gift certificate to the Round Rock Restaurant up in Seabrook. John Mataris. Mataris? John Mataris. Mataris, right there. Next we have a Patriots tissue box. Denise Brown makes these. Denise is on our committee, is our advisor. And she makes these. I have a couple of New England Patriots ones myself. They're really cute. She custom makes them. Denise, where are you? Denise is way out back at the table signing more people in. So if you wanted to make some for you, she makes them with cats and dogs and American flags. And this goes with a mug. Can I have a mug? And that goes to Ida Anastasia. Ida Anastasia. Where are you? Way over here. Okay. And the last raffle just for this session is a $40 boogie board from the Surf Cafe. Doris Ayotte. Doris Ayotte. Where are you? Right over there. Have fun riding those waves at Salisbury Beach. Just so you know, all of you who won all the raffles throughout the night, at the very end there are 5 special raffles that we're going to put all the names back in so you have an opportunity to win again one of the main 5 prizes we have at the end of the program. So I just want to take a moment here to just to introduce some of the other special guests that we have with us. And we have, of course, Charlie Baker, who's with us. Charlie, running for governor of Massachusetts. And some of his committee members, Katie Zazira and Jim McGinn. Where are you guys? On his committee. Paul Magliacetti, who you'll be hearing more of later. Paul is here, our attorney. And Bob Jutras. Did Bob have to leave? Bob was an attorney that works with Paul. Bob Lavoie, who's running for state rep. Bob, where are you? Bob's right here. Mike Walford, I introduced Mike to you. Jimmy Jajuga. Jim is out back. Jim, former state rep, city councilor from Methuen. Jim Kelkors, who's the Anchorage City Council running for state rep. Where is he? Right here. Our Essex County Sheriff, who you'll be hearing from him a little later, Frank Cousins. Frank, where are you? Way out there. And Mark Goldstein, I don't know what AJH is. Mark Goldstein. Somebody tell me what that is.
Anna Jake's Hospital.
Anna Jake's Hospital. Right out there. Sorry about that. And Janet, I can't read her writing here. Aldville from
Me? Oh, Aldrich.
Catch of the Day Video News.
Thank you. I'm right here.
Paul O'Brien is also with Jim Kelkors with his committee. And Ed Hunt is here, our selectman. Ed Hunt, was Ed? He'll be speaking towards the end of the program. And we appreciate Ed being with us. I don't know if there are any other special guests I missed. I think, Bob, there's a couple of folks coming in later on. The gentleman running for Congress, Mr. Tassay, he'll be coming in later. And a few other people I think are going to be joining us. I just need to know if Senator Ives has arrived yet, or not. Oh, Haley, how are you? Nice to see you, Haley. Haley is Senator Ives' assistant and travels with her everywhere, and she's been a tremendous asset to us here at the beach. Haley takes all of my phone calls, returns all of my phone calls, visits with me from time to time. She's been really helpful. Let's give Haley a round of applause as well. So at this time, I'd like to bring Jane Kinsella up to introduce Celia. If we could do that, that would be great.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jane Kinsella, the newest member of Salisbury Beach Citizen Change Executive Board. And as Tom mentioned, we're always looking for new members to share the fun. I'd like to introduce Celia Hyde. Celia was a police officer for over 30 years. She served as police chief in the town of Bolton, Mass. for 7 years and has since retired. She owns a home here in North End Boulevard for over 40 years, and she was an original founding member of the Salisbury Beach Citizens for Change. Please join me in a warm welcome for Celia Hyde.
Thank you. Welcome. And you know, cops do like to ask questions, right? They're nosy. But I want to know how many newcomers for the first time is here tonight. First meeting. Hands way up. Great. Thank you very much. Well, I'm up here to basically talk about Tom Saab and to let you know what he's done regarding our dunes. Okay, I'm calling him the Dune Dog now because he has done everything in his power. He's probably rattled a lot of doors and knocked a lot of windows out just to get to people to listen, to get the dunes put back on Salisbury Beach. How many of you all out here were affected by the erosion of the last March, February? I mean, you walked out your door and there was 6 feet down, and it's like, whoa, I didn't know there was a walkway from Salisbury to Hampton. A concrete one, but it's way down there. Anyways, Tom has attended several meetings with the Merrimack River Beach Alliance. He has met with our town managers. He has, in fact, after the last storm, he went and got an emergency certificate which is basically unheard of, to get at least 20 units built back up. Two of them were mine. And then when the sand ran out, he contacted Mr. Costello, Senator Ives, and said, you know, we need more. So he was very instrumental in getting the sand replaced, and I think they did a beautiful job. I know we don't have to look down at 6 feet of concrete anymore. We can walk out and there's the actual dune. When they wanted to originally not start the project until September, Tom said, no, it won't do. It won't do. And I tell you, I don't know how many of you all rent your houses out to renters. I think they're very happy that Tom, the bulldog, got them to start it prior to the opening of the season. So, Tom, where are you?
Dune Dog.
Am I supposed? Come on, Dune Dog, get up here. Is Senator Ives here, or should I kill more time?
No, we're fine.
Okay, Tom's going to introduce Senator Ives.
Just before we introduce Senator Ives, I just want to thank you. I just want to remind you that when I speak at these meetings and whatever I do, it's for Salisbury Beach residents, citizens, property owners, business owners. It's for Salisbury Beach Citizens for Change. You know, we're all a team. It's just because I go to a lot of the meetings and speak, I do it on behalf of everyone here, others that couldn't be here, all of our committee members, and so on. So we're a team. It's not about any individual or anything like that. It's all about working as a group to get things accomplished. As you remember, the February-March storm of 2013, as Celia mentioned, what happened was we went out and we were able to get an emergency certification to rebuild dunes, and I helped a number of property owners up and down the beach to get that, and Henry Richards helped us with excavating and bringing sand in. And then, of course, in February, as you can see by this picture, in December of 2013, we got hit with that December storm. And this is what it looked like at in December. Fortunately, we didn't have too much damage in January, February, March of 2014, but that was a result of that December storm of 2013, after many of us had built dunes back ourselves. And then dune restoration began in June, and I would say that, again, there was talk about this being delayed till September, and there was no way we could allow that to happen. And there were a number of people that came together to help us pull this off. And so you could see in June, the dune restoration began, and it continued. And then this was the end result, as you can see. And I think Daryl Forgione is probably being blessed right now by what he's seeing up there. And so that's what took place, and it cost approximately $400,000. And we're so thankful to the state for coming through for us to rebuild our dunes here. What took place was that Senator Ives really went all out. I contacted her office multiple times. They always responded, as I mentioned. Haley always responded. They were always at meetings. What impressed me probably the most was to see Senator Ives show up at the first Conservation Commission meeting in the beginning of May with DCR, with Daryl Forgione and DCR. And she sat through a 3-hour meeting listening to some things going on with conservation. And if you sat through some of our Conservation Commission meetings, they're not the most exciting meetings. And she sat through other people's requests and things that had to get accomplished. So she sat through, with Haley, a 3-hour meeting that was really basically there for this whole presentation by DCR to bring this sand in and rebuild our dunes. And I have to admit, you know, we called Senator Costello's office, and he was involved in this. And there were some other people involved. I did go before our own Conservation Commission and before the selectmen and town manager. But Senator Ives was really the soldier. She really carried the ball on this for us. And without her, I don't believe that we would have this 400,000 dune restoration that took place this past June. And I'm very thankful and I'm really appreciative of all that she and Haley did. Let's have a nice round of applause as I bring up Senator